Hello. We still have 2 minutes to go. Roll out your mat, get comfortable, get some water. Now we're going to start shortly. Okay, I hope you're ready. So, hello everybody, bonjour à tous, ciao à tutti, buongiorno, hoi sama, ni hao, and namaste. So, I heard I have more people watching now from China, so I want to include the greeting as well. Welcome to another live stream session here. Thanks for joining. I'm actually so excited each time to get all your personal messages with pictures of you practicing with your families, including dogs, babies, cats, husbands, whoever. So thank you so much for all your comments and also your inputs. I heard that you wanted to do more meditation as well. So I have a little surprise for you. This Friday, we're going to do a special session, meditation. I'm going to have a special guest with me from New York City, Suyan. She is my very dear friend for many, many years, and she is a wonderful, wonderful violinist. So she's going to grace us with her beautiful music, and I'm going to guide you through a live meditation. If you can't be live, don't worry, you always have the possibility to re-watch or watch the videos later, whenever you want, in the middle of the night. So go on YouTube, subscribe, and push that button to get the notifications. And feel free to subscribe, comment, like, because that's always uplifting and encouraging to continue doing this. So let's make sure that we really stay healthy and in good spirits. It's getting a little bit harder for some people in these days. But let's not double the trouble. That means make sure you stay in a good shape, keep moving, keep breathing, and keep eating healthy. And all of this can be a lot of fun. So let's make that happen. Come and take a comfortable seat. So you can sit on a block like I will do in a moment, or you can also sit on your shins. So whatever feels good to you. And then make sure you have an upright position. So basically, you want to ground through the sitting bones. Make sure you lift up your chest, but at the same time, keep your shoulders back and down. And then just take a moment here to settle in, to settle down, and close your eyes. Find a nice deep inhale and deep exhale through the nose. Try to slow down your breaths. Take less breaths, but even deeper breaths. See if you can make it as long as possible. Every inhale and every exhale. And focus on the point between your eyebrows and completely release. Relax your forehead and also relax your jaws. You can even move your jaws from side to side. Just to make sure you're not biting the teeth. And then go ahead and stretch out the arms above your head, interlace the fingers, and flip the palms towards the sky. Now pay attention to your shoulders, make sure they don't go up towards your ears. Keep some space between the ears and your shoulders. And keep breathing into the belly. So there's always some expansion with every inhalation, and there's contraction with every exhalation. Keep both sides of your arms, both sides of the torso long, and then flip the palms back, round your spine, and move with your hands in front of your face. A very nice and round form. Inhale, flip the palms again, reach forward, and then slowly lift up like a cat-cow move. Straightening the whole spine. Exhale again, round your spine, pull your navel in and round completely. Inhale, flip the palm forward and up. Deep inhalation. And with your exhale again, flip the palm towards yourself and round your spine. Scoop the navel in. Inhale one more time, flip the palm, reach up, and finally release and twist to the right side. So your right hand is on your left leg and your other hand is behind you. With your inhalation, root through the sitting bones, lift up the chest, and twist from the navel upwards. That means you have the same amount of weight on both sitting bones. Inhale, lift the arms towards the sky. And with your exhale, go to the other side. Keep inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale completely and twist to the right. Stay here for one more breath. Deep inhale, lift the arms to the sky. And then with your exhale, take your hands back onto your thighs. Stay a moment here. Take an imprint of this calm breath. The more we do it on the mat, the more we automatically do it off the mat. That's ultimately the goal. And softly blink your eyes open. And let's go and move. Come into all fours. Spread your fingers widely on the mat. Keep your hands shoulder width apart. The knees are hip width apart. And then just keep the tops of the feet straight backwards. So you want to stretch out also the tops of the feet. We're gonna further mobilize the spine. With your inhale, lift the tailbone up. Chest reaches forward. And your head is basically just following the rest of the spine. So keep a nice and long neck. Exhale, start your movement from the pelvis up. Round your spine. Inhale again, opening up the front side, starting from the pelvis like a wave through the spine. Exhale again, round your spine and look towards your belly button. Inhale again, opening up the front side. Exhale, rounding your spine. Always link breath and movement. Inhale, come back to a neutral position. Now curl your right toes under and press through the heel backwards. Extend your chest forward and roll the biceps forward. Good. Engage the quadriceps, the front side of the leg, and opening up the back side of the leg, the hamstrings and the calves. And now gently lift up your leg parallel to the floor. Make sure it doesn't go too high, keep it straight. And then if you want, you can add on the left arm forward. Imagine what you want to press through the heel into a wall. You can flex the foot and pay attention that the foot, basically the toes, are facing down. Good. Now gently lower down your left hand to the floor and start opening up the right hip on top of the left. Keep flexing your foot. That allows you to keep your legs strong. And then gently lift up your right arm to the sky. Maybe you can balance. If you're falling, keep your hand on the floor, or if you're falling, it's not a big deal because the ground is right below you. Good, and then gently come back to the middle onto all fours. And just shift your hips from side to side. And we go to the other side. So curl your left toes under. Keep both of your arms straight, the same amount of weight on both hands. Keep reaching forward with the heart and keep the midsection stable. So pay attention not to slouch here. You want to keep it all strong. And then gently lift up your left leg. You can either stay here or extend your right arm. Keep it strong. And gently lower down your right hand directly underneath your right shoulder. So make sure it's not forward or back, it's straight down. And then open up your hip, solid in your left leg, solid in your core. And then maybe you can start balancing, opening up the chest. You can even challenge and look up to the side. And gently come back onto all fours. Good. Shift your hips from side to side. We're gonna warm up the core a little bit more. So curl your toes under and lift the knees just 2-3 centimeters. Hover here. Make sure you're not rounding too much, so keep it straight. Chest is reaching forward. Good. Maybe you can lift up the right foot. You're gonna feel this in your quad. Keep breathing. Make sure you're not biting your teeth. And then switch to sides. Breathe through it. Good, and then gently release your knees to the floor. Walk your knees a little bit wider than your hips. Keep the toes touching. And then just release your hips towards your heels and relax your forehead to the floor. Take a long and deep inhale, expand the belly. The belly is rising. And a long and deep exhale, the belly is falling. Slowly come back onto all fours and find your way into the first downward facing dog. So curl the toes under and then press up and back. Keep a nice bend in your knees for now, as if you want to press your chest through the legs basically. So you want to have your belly on your thighs. And then just parallel your feet, walk your dog, keep breathing, keep everything relaxed. So feel free to move the jaws from side to side, the chin from side to side. Good, and rise up tall onto the tippy toes. Press the inner thighs back, create space between the sitting bones. And then gently lower down the heels towards the floor. You may not touch yet, it's still early in the practice. Engage your quads and always remind yourself, if you have a round spine like this, feel free to bend your knees and then press back. We want to create length in the spine.
And we're gonna go on, so take small steps forward, take your time. Breathe in the transitions as well. And then just sway from side to side. Allow your neck to be long. Slowly roll up the spine. Déroulez le dos. And then just circle your shoulders for a moment. We're gonna stretch out the sides of the upper body. So with your inhale, lift the arms up above your head. And then grab your left wrist. Shift your hips towards the left side. Create a lot of space in the whole rib cage. Opening up the left side. Inhale, come back to the middle. And then switch the hands. Shift your hips to the right side. And open up the right side of the upper body. Breathe deeply into the rib cage, into the belly. Inhale, come back to the middle. And with your exhale, release the arms. Now either grab the opposite elbows behind your back, or if you can, take a namaste, reverse namaste. And then make sure that you roll your shoulders back and down. You want to open up this area here. So when this one is open, we can breathe better. Now make sure you don't overarch, especially the ladies. It looks quite nice, but it's not so good for your lower back. So make sure you always draw the pubic bone up, tailbone down. Take a long and deep inhale. Press your elbows or your hands into the spine. Open up, and with your exhale, bend your knees just a little bit. And then hinge at the hip crease, and with a long, flat spine, forward fold. Now you feel the opening in the hamstrings. Breathe into it. Allow the body to open up without pushing too much. It opens up on its own. Breathe into the belly. Breathe the belly into the thighs. That means take as much of a bend as you need to. Bend your knees. Now, leading with the heart. Reach forward with the heart. Come back up with a flat spine. This is how we pick up stuff in this period when we clean up our houses. We have a lot of time, right? So make sure you always bend your knees instead of going like this. This is really not good, and it can end in lower back issues. Okay. Let's strengthen the legs. So sit down on an imaginary chair. So move back with your hips. Look down towards your toes so you can see the toes. Go all the way down and either lift your arms halfway up, parallel to the floor. If you have more range of motion, lift your arms up all the way, but make sure you don't lift your shoulder up, so the shoulder stays down. Breathe here. Okay, we want to balance a little bit. Balance is key. So lift up your right foot and sit down into the left heel. Hover here. Feel the back side of the leg working. Feel also the quadriceps working. Hold it here. Hold the pose, not the breath. And then switch the sides without shifting your hips too much. It's very subtle. You want to strengthen the body. Good, and then sit down with both feet down. Inhale, lift your chest. And we're gonna just lower down your tummy onto your thighs. Reach back with the arms. Inhale, come back into a normal chair, arms up. Exhale, keep your hips always low, only move the upper body. Inhale one more time, arms to the sky. Exhale, last time, belly towards your thighs. Inhale again into chair. And finally, with your exhale, forward fold. Sway from side to side to loosen up. And then grab behind your legs. Roll the inner thighs back. Lengthen the spine. And with your exhale, belly onto your thighs. Reach down to the crown of the head. And make sure there's no crunching in the shoulders. So keep always your shoulders and neck relaxed. You can start on straightening your legs, but don't lose the connection of the belly and the thighs. Good. Go back into the chair. Slowly lift up the chest, the arms to the sky. Settle down for a moment and then come all the way up. Stretch your arms above your head. Really like the palms together. If you want, you can add a little back bend. And with your exhale, hands in front of you. So we're going to move on. Come to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, step up with your right foot. Lower down your knee with your exhale. Inhale, lift the arms up. Good. Hold it here for a moment. We're opening up the right hip flexor. And with your exhale, straighten the front leg. Feel free to use 2 blocks or 2 books. And you place your hands on these blocks. And then move with your left hip backwards. Start straightening your left leg. Flex the foot. You can even lift up the toes. And then you're going to add a forward fold. So you feel a nice opening in the left hamstring. And eventually you're going to use the blocks maybe. Just make sure you're not shifting to one side. You want to keep the hips level, on the same height. Good. Now bend your left knee again. Inhale, step back into plank. Hold the plank for a moment. If you want, you can drop the knees, of course. There's another variation. Lift up your right foot just 2-3 centimeters. Hover here. Feel the strength in the whole body. In your right leg, in your left leg, in the tummy, in your shoulders. Keep it long and straight, light and strong. And then switch sides. The inside stays the same, just breathe. Wherever you are is great. As long as we're moving, doing yoga, you're doing great. And then drop the knees. Take a long and deep inhale, lengthen the spine. And with your exhale, bend your elbows. Lower down your chin and your chest. Inhale, place your tummy on the ground. Lift up the chest. Exhale, forehead to the ground. Long and deep inhale, extend. Chest is lifting. Exhale, lower down. Engage your legs, engage your glutes. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. With your inhale, lift up again. Lift up your hands, and we're going to swim. Go back a little bit. So extend your arms forward. Inhale, lift the chest even higher. And as if you're swimming, move back with your arms. Exhale, extend your arms forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, extend. Inhale, come higher. Exhale, one more time. Extend your arms forward. Inhale. And then you can interlace the fingers. Move your knuckles higher and backwards. Maybe lift up your legs. Hold it here. And just breathe. Maybe close your eyes. Back to the breath. And gently let go, release. Take a moment on the floor. Feel the breath going through your body. Good, gently place your hands next to your chest. Inhale, small cobra. And with your exhale, take a child's pose. Long and deep inhale, create some space in the body. And gently can lightly step or jump forward. Inhale, come back into chair pose. You can also have your feet together. And then take your hands together in front of your chest. We're gonna balance again. So lift up your heels. Hover here. Imagine you wanna hug the midline. So the inner thighs are pressing together. Breathe. Slowly lower down the heels. Deep inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, sit even lower. Lift up your toes maybe. And then come all the way up. Deep inhale. Palms together. And with your exhale, hands in front of your heart. And simply close your eyes for a moment. Feel the palms together. Left and right, right and left. Union. Equanimity in the body. Left and right side. Right and left side. And we go to the other side. Deep inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, step back with your left foot. Exhale, lower down the left knee. Inhale, swipe your arms open, opening up the chest. Stay here. And we're gonna straighten the front leg again. So feel free to use the blocks. And then move with your right hip back. Maybe you need to adjust a little bit so you can have your foot a little bit more forward. And then create a lot of length in the whole spine. Hinge at the hip crease. And try to engage the front side of the leg so the back side can open up safely. Hold it here and breathe. Good, and then bend your front knee. Release the blocks. Deep inhale, step back into plank. Hold the plank. Good. Now gently bend your left knee, drop the knee to the floor, and you want to take your right foot towards 3 o'clock. So it's right in front of your knee, in front of your hip, and then slowly lift up your right arm. Hold it here. Now if you want to take a variation, come onto the outer edge of your left foot and keep pressing into the right heel so you feel this hip. Good. If you want to take another variation, stack the feet. Maybe lift up one leg. And then gently come back to the middle. Go to the other side. So take your own variation. You can also skip the steps in between and come to the final one. Hold it. Feel the oblique muscles working. So make sure you don't collapse with your hips. You want to keep them up. And then gently come back into plank. If you want, cycle through a vinyasa or just take a break in child's pose or downward facing dog. With your inhale, lift your right leg towards the sky. Exhale, step the right foot in between your hands. Now you want to open up the left foot. The left heel is in line with your right heel. The left foot is 90 degrees. Take your right hand either on a block on the inside of the foot or all the way down, or take the bund. So the right hand is behind your right hip and it's clasping either your fingers or the wrist. Once you have it, try not to collapse here, opening up. So basically move your left shoulder back and down. Hold it here and breathe. Remember, you can take easy version. Do it as it suits you. Good. If you have the bind, release. Take a long and deep inhale, come up into warrior two. Settle down for a nice warrior. Good. Hold it here. Make sure the knee is in line with the midline of the foot. And also make sure you don't stick out the butt. You want to keep an outward down rotation in your right hip. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach up high. Keep the bend in your right knee. Everything is solid in the foundation. The left leg is straight. As much as you can, roll the inner left thigh backwards. Good. Take one more time. We're going to go into a side angle. So either keep your right elbow on top of your right knee, or go all the way down. And then move your left shoulder back. So basically the left arm bone is into the left shoulder socket. And then reach forward with your left arm. We have a nice long line starting from the left toes towards the left fingertips. Strong in your back leg. Now take both hands down on the inside of the foot. Roll onto the left ball of the foot. And we go into lizard. Feel free to hang out here. You can even drop your back knee. If you want to go further, feel free to use the books or the blocks. You can come onto your forearms. Now, instead of rounding and shifting your hips too much, press into the left knee. Make sure you lift up the left pelvis. And then maybe you can extend and lift up your left knee. Of course, you can do that also on the ground. So whatever suits you. Make sure you're breathing. And then come back onto your hands and move your right shoulder in front of your right knee. Stay on the fingertips. If you want to make this more intense, roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. Still a very intense hip opener. And then lower down like the chest. Hold it here. If it's too much, feel free to drop the left knee. Keep a bend in your elbows to the sides. Hang out here. Don't forget to breathe smoothly, steadily. Train your brain to breathe. Train your whole system, the nervous system. So you want to influence the nervous system by breathing. Slowly come back up. Frame the front foot with your hands. Inhale, step back into plank. Cycle through vinyasa. Take a break. As you're in down dog, make sure you're breathing deeply. Go to the other side. So come back into down dog in case you're not there. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, bend your knee. Take it close towards the chest and then lightly step the foot in between. Open up the right foot. The heels are in line. And take your own variation. Either left hand down, block, or take the bottom. And once you're down here, make sure you want to open up again. So roll your right shoulder back. Good, hold it here. Strong in your back leg here. And then if you have the bind, release. Everybody come up, warrior two. Find your strong warrior. Strong, proud. And hold it here. Flip the front palm, reach up high. Keep a nice bend in your front knee. Make sure the knee doesn't fall inside. You want to keep the same foundation. So only a solid foundation allows you to be flexible in the rest of the body. And then gently take your own side angle. Move with your right arm bone back into the right shoulder socket. And then reach forward. And imagine you want to grab something with the fingertips. alongside. At the same time, twist your chest open. Feel free to go deeper if you want to, if you can. Otherwise, take it easy. Always respect your own limitations. And gently, both hands on the inside of the foot. Roll onto the right ball of the foot. Keep it here. And then, if you want, go one step further. I recommend to first drop the right knee and come down onto the forearms. Once you're here, press into the right knee so you lift up the right pelvis. You don't want to hinge over. You want to keep it straight. And once you're here, maybe you can come into the full version. If you're in the full version, press through the right heel back, strengthen the right leg, and lengthen the spine. And then most importantly, breathe. Good, and then come back up onto your hands. Let's go for the full version. So the left shoulder is in front of your left knee. Stay on the fingertips if you want. Make it easy and just drop the knee. And then bend your elbow and come down. More intense if you roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, but it doesn't have to be. Hold it here, strong, steady, but keep it light. So biting the teeth doesn't help. Relax your jaws, hold it here. And then gently find the front foot, cycle through vinyasa. And when you're in downward facing dog, walk your hands backwards toward your feet. Slowly roll up the spine. Close your eyes. If you really want to see, close your eyes. Take a moment standing on both feet. The same amount of weight on both feet. Create that equanimity again in the body. A healthy balance. And feel the energy going through the body. Feel the shift. Feel the body. Feel the feeling. And then open up the eyes. And here we are for some balancing. I want to go into eagle pose. So basically, place your right thigh, the right knee, on top of your left knee. Now make sure you want to avoid to shift the hips to one side. So keep the hips square. Feel free to keep the right toes down on the floor. So basically, you want to go back into the chair. So make sure that you have a nice neutral spine. Try not to round, keep it nice and neutral. Maybe some of you can take the bind with the right foot behind your left calf. And then make sure again that your right hip stays back. So you want to have the hips square. Same thing with the arms. Give yourself a hug, the right elbow underneath the left. Hug yourself. Maybe massage the shoulder blades. And then if you can, take the palms together. Once you're here, you might as well sit lower. Keep your chest lifted. And then when you're at the lowest point, move with your elbows forward. Your elbows are in front of your knees. And then breathe into the belly. So feel the inner organs, basically. So you want to massage the inner organs here. In and out through the nose. Now slowly move with your elbows forward and up again. Release the arms first. And maybe we can grab either the knee. Maybe we can go for the foot. So with the peace fingers, grab the big toe. And then want to tune in with a nice posture. And from here, you may straighten the leg. Maybe you have a bend in your knee. That's great. Sorry for showing you my right foot. And then move your knee or the foot to the middle and switch the hands. So the left hand is on the outside of the foot or the outside of the knee. Right arm is back. And maybe you can challenge and look to the side or even backwards. Good, and then gently let go. Shake it out. To the other side. So the left knee is on top of your right knee. Sit down first and then give yourself a nice squeeze. See, you can massage here. It's very nice. You have tensions here. And once you're ready, take your palms together. Hook the foot if you can. And become a little ball. So move with your elbows closer towards your knees. Take a moment here, steady your gaze. When you steady your gaze, you're able to focus and keep the concentration, not being distracted. And slowly come on up, release the eagle arms. And gracefully keep your balance. Maybe just take the knee or grab the foot. And whenever you fall, just laugh about it. In case you have kids in the living room right now, they always laugh. And try again and again. Move with your foot forward. Maybe just grab the knee to make it easy. And then from here, maybe you can give it a shot. Grab the foot and go for the full version. And then let go, shake it out. Good. Gonna go slowly towards the ground. So come to the front of the mat. With your inhale, circle your arms in the sky. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, step back into plank position. Hold your plank for a moment. If you are up for another kind of workout, keep the feet together. Keep your legs strong. And then move up to the left side of the foot. Lower down the hips. And then roll to the other side. Keep your breath fluid. Smooth, long inhale and exhale, especially when there is more effort. Do this 3 times. And then stay in the middle. Drop the knees if you want. Slowly come all the way down onto the floor. Maybe place one cheek to the floor. Keep your arms alongside the body. Just surrender to gravity. Feel the heart beating. Feel the breath going through the body. Miraculous breath deserves attention. Because as long as we're breathing, we're fine. So tune in with your breath. Feel the connection with the beautiful earth. And slowly we add one more back bend. So if you want, you can bend your knees and grab the feet. If this is not accessible, I recommend to just lift up, especially the upper body. You can even have your legs on the floor. If you have lower back issues, that's better to stay there. If not, you can lift up the legs. If you go to the full version, then grab the tops of the feet or the ankles and keep your knees quite close together, not too wide. So the big toes can even touch. Then roll your shoulders back, lift up the chest, maybe lift up the knees. Good. And here, just for fun, So we don't get too serious. Try to roll onto your left side. Stretch the shoulder there, opening up. And then roll to the other side. Maybe one more time. Back to the middle, left side. And then to the other side. And come back to the middle. And then let go. Place the other cheek on the floor. Take a moment here, maybe just move your hips from side to side. Good. Then extend your left or right arm forward and just roll all the way onto the back. And squeeze your knees towards the chest. Lift up your forehead. Give a kiss to your knees. And then gently relax your head on the floor. If you want, you can take one more time eagle legs, the right knee on top of the left. It's not necessary. You can also just have your knees together. But if you want, take eagle legs, keep the knees on the same height like your belly button, and then simply drop the knees onto the left. Feel free to use a block, because if you have a block underneath, it's easier to keep your right shoulder on the floor. And then enjoy the spinal twists and enjoy the body grounding. I always love being on the ground, even more than in bed actually, because it gives me this grounding feeling. You cannot go below the ground. And then slowly switch the sides. Left knee on top of the right. Maybe hook the foot. Spinal twists. Breathe. Slowly come back to the middle. And just like a little animal, maybe move your legs, move your arms. You can circle your wrists, you can circle your ankles. And then finally, rest in Shavasana for a moment. Corpse pose. Try not to skip corpse pose. It's very important to rest in peace after an effort. So enjoy this moment of letting go. You've done enough for now, so allow your body to rest. And eventually the mind follows and rests as well. So we have these waves of activity at ease, and then also inactivity, just letting go. Feel free to stay longer in Shavasana if you would like to. Or start to wiggle with your toes, your fingers, maybe circle again the wrists, the ankles. Maybe some yawning, you can stretch out the arms. And then gently bend your knees. Roll yourself onto your favorite side, like a little fetal position. And when you feel ready, slowly come back into a seated position. Keep your eyes still closed. Reunite the hands in front of your heart. Bow your head towards your heart. Give yourself thanks to take care of your body, of your own system, to connect with yourself so you can also connect with others. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me for this lunchtime live session. I see you, maybe some of you I see you tonight at 6:30. Have a wonderful afternoon. And again, if you want to rewatch any video I have done so far, I think there are already 5 on YouTube. You can subscribe, you can comment, feel free to give me a feedback. And if you like it, then I appreciate the likes. And don't forget this Friday, special guest, Su Yan from New York City, joining a live meditation class. So we're going to be graced by beautiful music and a moment of peace and calm. And yeah, that's what we want right now, right? So stay tuned and have a beautiful day. I'm going to show you because I see the royal from my house. So bye, YouTube guys, and Instagram guys, come with me.